Hello everyone, welcome back to the Token Minds training series. Today we'll walk through how tokenized Murabaha can be implemented in practice to resolve issuance friction, execution delays, and scaling limits while preserving full Shariah compliance. The session focuses on implementation, not theory. We'll cover how on-chain verification enables controlled execution and real-time compliance, and how Murabaha operations can be transformed to scale efficiently without compromising Shariah principles. Murabaha replaces interest with a cost plus sales structure. The bank purchases a real commodity, takes legal ownership, sells it to the client at cost plus profit, and the client resells it for cash with deferred payment. So each step must happen in sequence, with ownership verified and pricing transparent. At scale, this creates heavy operational burden and delays. Issuance friction comes from identity checks, SORIA approvals, legal documentation, and manual setup, often costing over $100 per transaction. Execution delays occur because all steps can span several days, increasing market exposure risk. Scale is limited because manual processing creates hard volume caps, and adding transactions requires more staff. So Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank actively uses the distributed ledger technology in trade finance and Murabaha linked transactions. This allows documentation to be digitized, execution steps to be enforced in the correct order, and coordination to improve under Sharia governance. The focus is operational control, not experimentation. So step 1, asset native issuance. Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank begins by tokenizing the underlying commodities at the source. Approved warehouses issue on-chain representation of physical commodities with its token embedded metadata such as quantity, location, pricing, insurance, coverage, and Sharia certification. These tokens are linked directly to warehouses and inventory systems through APIs, so ownership status is always synchronized with the physical assets. As a result, ownership verification becomes cryptographic and instant, reducing transaction costs dramatically and removing hours of manual checks from every Murabaha transaction. Once the asset is tokenized, the entire Murabaha lifecycle is executed through a single smart contract. This contract enforces the correct sequence automatically. Bank purchase, ownership confirm, sell to the client with disclosed markup, and deferred payment setup. All steps are treated as one indivisible transaction, meaning if any condition fails, the transaction is rolled back entirely. So this removes reconciliation, sharply reduces errors, and compresses execution time from days to minutes, while lowering operational risk. Sharia compliance is enforced directly within the smart contract logic, so only commodities approved by the Sharia board can be used, and bank ownership must be proven on chain before resale can occur. Markup calculations are transparent, recorded on chain, and explicitly acknowledged by the client. Participation is restricted to licensed banks, KYC approved clients, and approved brokers with automated sanctions, screening blocking prohibited activity. By improving the code itself, Sharia scholars enable compliance to scale without reviewing each transaction individually. Tokenized Murabaha works through three mechanisms together. First, asset native issuance provides instant ownership verification. Second, atomic execution ensures the entire lifecycle runs as one indivisible transaction. Third, embedded Sharia control enforce compliance in real time before execution begins. So tokenized Murabaha acts as an execution and settlement layer without replacing existing systems. It integrates with core banking platforms like Temenos and Oracle FlexCube. Warehouse systems sync in real time for physical asset matching, and pricing, credit, and sections data are provided by trusted oracles. So payments run through existing rails such as Swift or RTGS with accounting and audit systems updated automatically. Tokenmans helps banks design Sharia compliant Murabaha structures that scale in real production environments. We translate Murabaha into asset native, on chain execution models, encoding approved rules, pricing logic, and ownership flows directly into smart contracts. So, this allows banks to scale Murabaha efficiently while maintaining governance, auditability, and Sharia confidence. So, thank you for watching and see you in the next training video.